Now, you must be, you must be very excited.
I am excited.
Now, you look very young in person.
People always say that.
You look, what, 15, 16?
Maybe.
Can we tell the people at home how old you actually are?
Yes, I'm 20.
That is correct.
You think so? Doubtless. I pity your sister.
Father, then pity me. I have no sister, Father. I am Matilda. I am a woman. You are my beloved. I concealed my sex and joined the Abbey to be closer to your holiness.
This cannot be.
Please, do not be shocked by my dishonesty. I acted out of love, a pure love given me by God. I do not wish to be a woman to you. Damn my sex. I wish only to be your friend.
It cannot be. You have brought great risk to yourself and to my brothers.
Holiest Ambrosio, did I misjudge your temperament? I thought you would understand. Let me be Rosario. Treat me as a man, but let me stay.
No, it cannot be. If it were discovered, I would be destroyed. I cannot let it stand. For my own sake. For the order.
I pray you show compassion.
Unhappy Matilda. You have my compassion. I am convinced that your motives are pure. But you are blind to the imprudence of your actions. My duty to you begs me to treat you harshly. You must be gone from here by tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Surely you cannot mean it.
You have heard my decision. The laws of the order are exact and our vows compel us to obey. I pity you, but I can do no more. You must leave.
I have no choice then. I will not leave this abbey alive.
If you lost your senses, kill yourself and lose your claim to salvation, you forfeit your soul.
I care not. Paradise here with you, or perdition without. Tell me you will conceal my story and retain me as your companion. Else this dagger drinks my blood.
Hold. Stay then, Enchantress. Stay for my destruction.
And we got it.
That enough tete for you, Gino?
Oh, I'm used to them coming in pairs.
Well, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Oh, Marissa, you're marvelous. You're gonna get me excommunicated.
You ready for your close-up, Gino?
Now, we know you from the movie that you just finished shooting. It is finished, right?
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah. If you don't know, it's a bit of a fairy tale. So Arthur Fisher, the great director, who you probably know from his movies such as Marion and The Man Who Dreamed, was casting for his new movie, Ambrosio. And so instead of casting a recognizable face, he wanted to find some fresh talent. So he put the word out and saw, how many was it, 10,000?
I think it was over 20,000.
20,000. He saw 20,000 girls, and long story short, he picked you.
Yes.
And you'd never acted before?
Not on the screen. I had done modeling and I liked the theater. Yeah.
That is amazing. I believe we have a short clip here. Do you want to tell us what we're about to see?
Yes, so I play Matilda, and, well, I don't want to spoil things too much. She's a young woman who sneaks into a monastery disguising herself as a monk. And then there's a lot of drama and magic and intrigue.
Okay. Marissa Marcel as Matilda, a woman disguised as a young monk. Here we go.
Oh my God.
The same magic that powers this lens can also grant you what you wish.
How so?
You remember the night that I was to die, when we took to St. Clair's sepulchre? That night, I performed a rite. I summoned a fallen angel to aid me.
What have you done?
Wow. Quite a role for your first movie.
Well, Mr. Fisher was quite the teacher.
Now I heard he can be quite demanding.
Well, you know. Well, you know, he has an idea of the picture in his head, and nothing is going to come between him and that, not even the actors.
And this is Mr. Fisher's first film with nudity, correct?
Yes, well, you know, he felt that a modern motion picture should reflect the times.
And you filmed this in Europe?
Correct.
They go for that in Europe, the nudity.
Yes, our producer said, we are born naked, and if we are lucky, we die naked. So why not shoot the movie naked?
Well put.
He kept his clothes on.
And the picture is out soon?
I hope so.
Yeah, and now, you're not in New York only to talk about Ambrosio, but you're filming another picture.
That's right, yes, with John Jurek, who was the director of photography on Ambrosio. We're writing it together.
That is amazing. You are smarter than you look. I'm kidding. So what is this movie about?
So it's called Minsky, and it's about an artist who is killed, and the suspect, the number one suspect, is his muse. That's the part I play, and there is a detective investigating, and he falls for her.
Well, I can't blame him.
Well, he has a cop mindset, and it's really about the clash between the artists, how they live, and this cop mindset, the conservative mindset, I guess. He is surprised by how messy the lives of artists are.
Oh, that's true. That's true. We've had some on the show. Mr. Warhol. Have you met Mr. Warhol?
Oh, yes, we've met.
Yes. You had him on the show and he hardly spoke. Such a towering figure and yet such a small, quiet man in person, you know. But his superstars, though, that's what he calls them, superstars. They are quite playful.
Yes, we'd like to put some of them in our movie.
Well, just make sure you've got a chaperone. And you like New York?
Oh, yes, I love it. The people are so interesting.
All right, well, we've got to take a short break here. Do you mind reading this out for us?
Now, marvelous magic will turn the next 60 seconds into a commercial.
Magic indeed. Indeed. Can you talk about what happened with your previous movie?
Now, I'm sure everyone here has read about this or heard the gossip. I was making a movie in New York.
Your first as director?
Yes. At the time, I'd done quite a bit of work as a director of photography. This was my first. It would have been a superb movie.
A model who paints is amusing, like a dog who walks on two legs. People will find you amusing for a while. It is impossible for you to be an artist.
I will kill you.
You lack the masculine power for that kind of violence. Let's fuck, and tomorrow you can apologize.
Tomorrow I will kill you.
And cut!
Fuck Douglas Simon.
Fuck Douglas Simons.
There was an accident on set, and an actor called Greenwood was unfortunately injured and later died. After that, we felt it was in everyone's best interest that we stop the movie. We decided not to finish.
And this movie also starred Marissa Marcel, and I gather it put a stop to her career. They say she's become a recluse.
I don't want to speak for Marissa, but I think recluse may be inaccurate. Because she didn't choose to court celebrity, I just think that makes her normal. I don't really think she disappeared or anything. She just chose a different life.
John?
Have you met with Marissa since that movie?
I've not.
Okay. All right, we're going to take a commercial here.
Okay, we are past the midpoint and the movie has flipped on its head. We start to tear open Maria's world, reveal that it is more hollow than she thought. Amy?
Exterior LAX airport, tarmac, later. A plane lands and taxis across the tarmac. Exterior LAX airport, private airfield, moments later. Workers unload a white plastic casket from the cargo hold of the plane and onto a wheeled cart. Crowd noise inside the airport as hundreds of fans press their faces against the window, banging their fists, wailing and mourning and trying to catch a glimpse of Maria's casket. The workers roll the casket towards the coroner's van. Under the window, reveal Gary and Maria, incognito, watching the body being loaded into the van. Maria chain smokes, looking bereft. Gary keeps his arms crossed.
I can't believe it. I can't believe she's gone.
No. I just want you to know you've been taken care of.
Gary.
I'm sure you're worried about the money. I'm worried about it too. The music doesn't go away. This isn't the end.
Maria turns to Gary, stunned at his callousness.
Gary, what the fuck? She's gone. I don't want to talk about the fucking money.
Yeah, well, we're all Maria Inc. and our CEO just died. Someone has to think about logistics.
Logistics? She was a person. She was our friend.
If she was your friend, I'm sorry for your loss. Maria wasn't my friend, she was my boss. And she never let me forget that.
The coroner's van drives off, leaving them alone on the tarmac. Gary glances at Maria, regretting his words.
Listen, why don't you come by our house later? I'll be there meeting with the team. Maybe we could find something for you to take with you. Remember her by, okay?
Maria, overcome with emotion, can't manage more than a quick nod. Gary reaches over and squeezes her arm.
Sorry.
He heads back into the airport, leaving her alone. It's hard being a star.
Is this a good thing for Gary? If Maria's been lukewarm recently, her dying, that's a big payday for him. Is he really that cold-hearted?
It's good for the story if he is. I mean, it's a gift that Maria gets to see how people talk about her after she's dead. She sees that the music, the fans, they feel something. But Mark, Gary...
The men in her life.
The men in her life, they didn't love her with any authenticity. Maria's rebirth is a chance for her to plug into that authenticity.
So let's play Gary here as revealing the worst of the commercial exploitation of the artist. Okay, you guys have a costume fitting now. We'll be back here in an hour or so.
Who owns your movies when you die? Studios?
Except for this one, we are fully funding this one ourselves.
When we come back, we will have some amazing new music.
I came to ask if you would have someone sit with him, as I must rest for my own sake.
Of course, of course. You yourself have still to fully recover. What a succession of calamities. I will sit with him myself.
Thank you. Perhaps your wisdom can convince the child that life on this earth still has some promise.
I will try.
Cut. Print it.
Let's show that this devotion has power, that it can manifest in the world. Purity is an act that lifts those around us. We shun the rewards of a corporal life. We shun the cheap pleasures of the flesh. We bask in the love of God. Claire's example compels us to piety. Imagine with me Claire's journey as she escapes her parents' palace. In the dark of night, she creeps through the basement, escaping out the door we call the door of the dead. She is reborn. She ran to a chapel where she cut her hair, shed her expensive clothes, swapping them out for ash cloth.
Antonia, the Virgin. What devilry's at work here?
And cut. Marvelous stuff here. Mark that spot. Let's set up there for good. Check the gate.
The venom upon my lancet confirms it. He cannot live beyond 3 days.
There must be a remedy.
Our only hope would be to extract the poison, but I know of no way to do so. We will apply herbs to the wound to relieve the pain, and he will be restored to his senses, but upon 3 days, the venom will have corrupted all of his blood. Ambrosio will exist no longer. Let us leave his cell so he may rest. Rosario, I trust you will maintain your vigil.
I will pray at his side until heaven is compelled to come to his aid.
I will pray myself, but I fear this time heaven is eager to meet its holiest servant.
And cut.